little fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is The Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. Today is a potentially very explosive morning moment. Right off the bat, I want to say this. These words are not mine. They are the person that is speaking them, and I'm doing nothing more than reporting them. So if you don't like the words uttered, take it up with them, not me. The reason I'm playing this is simple. The mainstream media have vilified this person. She is the devil incarnate, as far as some people think. But if you don't hear what the person is saying, how can you decide? This clip is from a podcast from the John Gaunt Show, November 30, 2017. Links on my site. So take a listen to Jayda Fransen of Britain First Party. And in case you don't know who she is, that's the person Donald Trump retweeted and created a firestorm. I urge you all to go to YouTube and listen to the audio in full and make your own mind up.
The organisation's leader is the former BNP councillor Paul Golding, and his deputy leader is Jayda Fransen, the lady who's caused all the controversy with those tweets. And I'm delighted to say Jayda's here, so we can have a blooming good conversation and find out more about the organisation and about the tweets. Good afternoon, Jayda.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, and thank you for taking the time to come on the show. I bet you've never had as much publicity as this, have you?
I have to say it's been a busy couple of days. Let's put it that way.
Okay, what did you make of it when you first realised the most powerful man in the world had retweeted you?
I was delighted, as you can imagine. I mean, I'm, a huge supporter of Trump. I was an avid campaigner throughout his presidential election. Delighted when he took office, and given my current plight in that I'm headed for jail for criticising Islam.
But let's be careful about talking about that because for obvious reasons. But go back to Trump. So you're a massive Trump supporter, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think certainly President Donald Trump and myself and Britain First as an organisation, we see eye to eye on a number of big issues,
Have you been surprised by the reaction from both the Conservatives, well, in fact, the whole of Parliament, to your organisation and to these tweets and the fact that the President has retweeted them? Has that surprised you?
I'm getting to the point where nothing surprises me with our establishment. But, I mean, yeah, look, this is completely ridiculous. The hysteria around the fact that the President of the United States has dared to retweet what if we pull this down to what it is a political opponent of Theresa May. Okay, because I am an elected political leader. I'm an elected deputy leader of the British political party. Yes, we hold very different views and values to our Prime Minister, but democracy kind of counts for the fact that we can have different views. And the fact that Donald Trump is now, there's calls for him to be banned from our country for retweeting my content, I just think is just outrageous.
Well, let's go on to that in a moment, but you talk about you being a political party, but I understand your party's not allowed to stand in elections now, is that correct? I thought the Electoral Commission had jumped in.
No, not at all. I don't know where, there's loads of these theories that kind of get bounded about. I don't buy into it too much. We've just launched Britain First Northern Ireland, so we're actually contesting elections on the mainland and in Northern Ireland, and we're fielding about 50 candidates next year.
Okay, let's go through some of these allegations. I want to give you the time to answer them. What about the fact that people say the killer of Jo Cox, the MP, shouted Britain First as he stabbed and shot her to death? What do you make of that? Was he connected with your organisation?
No, absolutely not. And the police made a public statement confirming that he was nothing to do with our organisation. The fact that it was irresponsible reporting. It was an MP, it was a Labour MP that started that whole thing.
Do you condemn the murder of Jo Cox?
I was just about to. I mean, look, the guy. Let's get something clear here. The guy had some serious issues, and that the killing of an individual, killing of an MP, is just obviously something that we condemn wholeheartedly. I did at the time, but once again, the left, the Corbynites jumped on this opportunity to try and condemn Britain first. In fact, I think the chap on Sky News that was alleged to have said this chap shouted Britain first refuted that claim and said he didn't. He said Britain for the British or something.
Okay, all right then. So you say the left and the Corbynites are now attacking you, but to be fair, so's the Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson, so's Theresa May, so's Amber Rudd. It's right across
John,
Parliament.
There's no difference.
No, okay, fair enough. That's your opinion. Okay, so what is your party? They describe it as far right. What would you describe it as?
Just right. just.
What does it?
So
what does it mean? What does that
right.
mean?
I mean, not
right
wrong.
About what?
Look, we are a common sense party. That's how we're a patriotic political party. We believe in putting our people first in their own country. We believe in.
What does that mean? No, let me just stop you there. What does our people mean? Explain that to me. Our people. I have to pick you up on these things. What do you mean by that?
British people and the people that are already residing in Britain. So look, we have.
So it's hang on a minute. So it's not a colour thing or a religious thing. If you're British and you're already here, it's not a colour thing then. It's not about race or whatever, or where your parents came from. It's about putting British people first, making Britain great again, to coin a phrase from Trump.
Yeah, okay. Of course, exactly. And look, this is the crux of the matter, is that we get labelled with these ridiculous terms, racist and fascist and all the rest of it. But quite frankly, all we're asking for are for people to be as proud and as loyal to this country as myself and party leader Paul Golding and our members and supporters are. So that doesn't matter if you're, black, white or polka dot, and whether you're, Muslim, Sikh, atheist, Christian, I don't care. If you're loyal to Britain, stand with Britain.
So let me ask you a question. Can a Muslim be a member of Britain First?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm not going to suggest that any Muslim would want to be, because it is one of our core policies that we would completely ban Islam in the UK. So I think there's going to be a massive conflict of interest for that individual.
Can I just pick you up on that? When you say ban Islam completely, not just Islamists, you mean the whole religion, the whole 4 million people who practice it. Why?
No more mosques, no more scriptures, because we are very familiar. I've studied the Islamic scriptures. Yeah, okay. It's no coincidence that people are, cutting the heads off of the non-Muslims, because in fact, the Quran expressly encourages and instructs Muslims to do that. In fact, they're informed in the Quranic scriptures in 104 verses that they are duty-bound to do that.
You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio, and please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.